Okay, guys, welcome. I hope you can see me, and I hope you can see the cat behind me. The cat doesn't belong to me, but keeps coming to my house, so now I have no choice but to entertain this cat all the time. Obviously, today he's decided to be part of the video, so let's be nice to the cat. Now, but hello, guys. Instead of just doing a match reaction, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to talk about what this match means for Man City as a team, what we have achieved in the Champions League, something that a lot of people don't take seriously. A lot of people don't really give Man City credit for, because for years and years, Man City was said to be the favorites in this tournament, but we never succeeded in this tournament. We struggled a lot of times. I remember the rest of Lyon beating us, and I was like, why is Lyon beating us? They're 8th in the league. So I just wanted to discuss that as we do the reaction. Obviously, Man City beat Copenhagen 3-1. It was an easy game, to be honest. As always, we make it very difficult for ourselves. We always give the opponents an opportunity. I noticed that during the game, we sort of relaxed after the first game, but we were still working hard. But it is what it is, man. You guys not always be intense. And the fact is, we were playing players that haven't played for a long time. Big up to you, AB. Big up to you, Jordan. Big up to you, bro. Is the cat a City fan? Yeah, the cat is definitely a City fan. He's wearing a blue chain. So Carl, how you doing? Since before you get a plane, Carl has decided to join us. Carl was at the game yesterday.
Hi, Patrick, can you hear me?
I'm good, man. I can hear you.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, good. So look, I wanted to discuss about the meaning of this game. Um, if you look here, obviously we beat Copenhagen 3-1 at home. We beat them also, I think, 3-1 away. Something that people take for granted. But look at this, Carl. Whilst whilst we were all happy yesterday, enjoying ourselves, do you know that Man City have scored 3+ goals in the Champions League at home? They were one of the first teams to score 3+ goals in the Champions League at home in consecutive seasons.
Yeah, I saw that stat. Very impressive.
Yeah, but
Very,
not
very impressive.
only that, they have got 10 wins also, consecutive 10 wins. Can you
Yeah,
imagine?
they broke the English record again. Incredible.
Yeah, this is what I keep telling people. Look, as much as we are celebrating all these wins, there are records that this team is breaking. Even last season when we won the Champions League, I don't know if most people are aware, City were never defeated in that Champions League at all. Now, why I'm telling you all this, and even myself as a City fan, I'm sitting down here and saying, wow, a lot of people don't take this as a blessing. We don't appreciate it. We allow rival fans or fans from other teams to discredit what this team is doing, because what this team is doing is supernatural. That's why Pep says, I need my Superman. That's why you're saying that in the video, the documentary, the show, some of the clips where you're saying, I need my Superman. These guys are doing things that other teams only dream of doing. If we talk about Haaland, who was on the picture there, scoring 5 goals. Scoring 5 goals last season against Copenhagen. I remember that game. Lico Lewis, a young man who was just turning 18 years old, coming into this team, scoring his first UCL goal. Haaland again, breaking another record and scoring about, is it 4 or 5 goals again in the 7-0 against Leipzig. Not forgetting Rodri, coming in clutch against Bayern at home in a game that was very intense in the first minutes. City obviously were on top of Bayern, but eventually Rodri scored that goal and the floodgates opened. Let's not forget Bernardo Silva's performance in the Madrid game against Madrid. Let me tell you something. Madrid fans that are honest, Madrid fans that appreciate football, they have sat down with me before and told me that, I don't know if anybody has told you, Carl, that they've never seen a footballing lesson like they had at the Etihad. Do you remember that match, Carl? The way we played against them,
Yeah,
the way Bernardo Silva made Camavinga look like he's not as good as he is.
yeah, I remember. I remember very
Yeah,
clearly. One of the best
yeah,
matches that we've
yeah.
seen.
Yeah, so basically, this is what I'm telling people. Julian Alvarez coming all the way from Argentina for 14 million, coming to Man City and scoring the goals he's been scoring in the Champions League, FA Cup, Premier League. Let's not forget again another incredible performance by Haaland, who is also breaking the goal scoring records. Who's close to breaking records of goal scoring in the Champions League? Foden coming in clutch against teams like Leipzig, Dortmund. The Dortmund game that was intense, 1-1. Foden, another amazing goal. Akanji yesterday, 15 million from Dortmund. People told us, Dortmund fans told us that Akanji is a waste man, that Akanji is not good enough. He comes into Man City for 15 million and scores the goal. John Stones' incredible performance in that Inter game, the 1-0, the way he was everywhere. Complete footballer, world-class defender. Yet, no appreciation, and people allow this no appreciation to happen. All I'm telling you guys, yesterday's win, if you look at the records that Man City are breaking in the Champions League, is incredible. It's not just about the game we played yesterday. Even Pep Guardiola said, when I came to this club, and he's right, and if somebody sits there and gets touched by this, most of the people I remember when I was having conversations with most people from Manchester, majority of people, Pep is right. They never had the mentality to win the Champions League. Am I wrong, Carl? And I don't think I'm insulting anybody. I'm just saying nobody
No,
had.
no, I think you're right. I think it takes.
Right.
Sometimes they say that the generation that got you to one step may not be able to get you to the next step. So think about the generation of Company, Fernandinho, David Silva, all these guys that got us the first Premier League title, right? They may not be able to get to the Champions League. It took a whole new generation of players, fresh
Yeah,
ideas. to get us to that
Yeah.
Champions League. What's the Champions League, but also the treble. As
Yeah.
good as the as good as Centurions were, they couldn't do the Champions League or even the treble.
As good
They
as
couldn't
Aguero was, Aguero couldn't take us to
couldn't do
in
it.
the
They
Champions League. But
couldn't
yeah,
they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it.
yeah. So change is inevitable. This is what I tell people. It's like it's not like insulting or pointing at somebody that their mentality is wrong. No, it's just as Carl says, sometimes change is inevitable. That's how it is. Sometimes mentality has to change. And Pep Guardiola, what he's doing at City is incredible. Don't be listening to fools like Trent Alexander saying, "Oh, what we did is organic." What is it vegetarian? I even asked, "Are you is your money vegan? Maybe your money because money comes from trees. Is your money vegan? Maybe yours is more organic, as you say. Useless. It's just excuses to bring down what Man City has done because this is what we call total domination. This is the reason why I told a Liverpool fan the other day when we sit down with our grandchildren and I start explaining what Ranieri did at Leicester City, where he won a Premier League with that team, and I start pointing out names of the players. Drinkwater, who knew who Drinkwater was? Kante, who came in for 1.3 million. Riyad Mahrez, 2.3 million from France. Nobody knew these players, but they won the Premier League. And yet, all we hear from Liverpool fans is, "Oh, we did it with low money." What low money? Van Dijk was about 70 million. Alisson 60 something million. That's a lot of money. Naby Keita 50 million. Then you had to bail him out. I'm not trying to insult you, Liverpool fans, but stop living this fantasy land of yours where you tell us that, "Oh, you did it without money." You've spent so much money. Darwin Nunes is 85 million striker. I repeat, Darwin Nunes is an 85 million striker. Look at Arsenal. Arsenal's striker is Jesus, is 40 million. Who's a better footballer? I'd rather have Jesus in my team. Yes, Darwin Nunes is scoring, but sometimes he's had horrible touches. All I'm trying to do is don't always just throw what's that saying? Don't throw stones while you own a glass house. You have also been spending, so don't hype us because you want us to drink this Kool-Aid, as my friend Carl says. The way all you guys are, oh, we're incredible, we're lovely, our wins are fantastic. No, if we had a face-to-face between Pep Guardiola and Klopp sitting down on the table, what somebody has achieved, another guy has got about 17 trophies in England, while the other fella has got I can count with my fingers. Simple. So I'm not trying to insult you. I'm also trying to bring you down to earth that just appreciate. Just learn to appreciate that there's people who have done it. You guys did it back in the days. You've got 6 Champions League. We respect that. Appreciate others when they're enjoying. Don't be bitter. Start bringing organic money. What is organic money? Do you know what, Liverpool fans? You guys make me laugh. Your players and yourselves, you always create something for us, Carl. These guys they've created organic money. They created net spend. Now net spend doesn't matter anymore to Liverpool fans. When City's net spend was the best last season, they said, "Oh, net spend doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. Or it's plastic money." What is plastic money? Why are you inventing all these things? But guys, enough of Liverpool. Appreciate this team. Appreciate this team. There's a lot of teams out there and a lot of fans out there who are dreaming to be like us. I have friends who are United fans who are crying. They cry, and some of them even stopped watching football. They don't want to watch their team anymore. They don't find it attractive anymore. The funny thing is, people say Man City football is not attractive. Yet yesterday, those people on the timeline on Twitter commenting about the City match, saying, "Oh my God, this is useless. The match is already over." But in the morning yesterday, they told us that Copenhagen versus Man City, the tie is done. They don't want to watch it. Anyway, let's go straight to the match. I wanted to just show off and flex. And this is what I told people when I started my YouTube channel. I'm not going to come here and be fake humble so people can like me and subscribe. I told people I came here for a few things. Number one, to fight against other YouTubers who try to downplay what City is doing and try to insult City fans. That's why I respect Hamza. He goes to those spaces, no matter Hamza's character sometimes is out there. He went to those spaces when we needed him, and he fought against some people who used to say useless things against our fan base, calling us, these guys are too quiet, are too silly. There's nothing, there's no City fans. That saying is also going old. Some of you people are too old. Some of you people are too old to be saying, "Oh, there's no City fans." Have some shame. Number two, also for me to show off, I will show off. Whether I like it or not, I'm not gonna be humble. I'll show off and enjoy myself because I never thought in my lifetime when we were losing we're going to see City win a Champions League. I remember I used to suffer. I have a group chat where there's United fans, even Arsenal fans have never won the Champions League. They used to join in and say, "Oh, you still haven't won the Champions League and you've spent so much." That's why these days, when I go to people's channels, I will introduce myself as I said, as a treble winner, as a Champions League winner, and I'll ask the Arsenal fans in the group that do you have a UCL? No, you don't. Exactly. So number three, I will be loud whenever these small records were breaking. I'm going to be loud. So that's the reason why I appreciate having my own channel. I don't have a channel where I can be told to shush or keep quiet. I'll continue talking, and it is what it is. If you don't like it, you can unsubscribe and go subscribe to somebody who loves talking nonsense and who loves kissing ass of rival fans. We have to be proud of our players. Don't listen to people who are comparing Erling Haaland to Darwin Nunes. Like, how can you allow that? How can you allow people to say Erling Haaland is not a good footballer, is not a world-class footballer? We sit there and take it and say, oh, it's fine. This is the reason why I don't even like this mentality where when we are voting for player of the month, I have seen certain City fans say, oh, there's no point of voting because we're going to lose anyway. That's the reason why we lose, because you don't vote. We have to vote. Yes, we'll try and vote. The thing is, if you don't vote, you don't get what you want, you know? So it is what it is. And that's who I'm going to be until the end. I'll always make sure that I am happy with how the team is doing. I will not allow other teams to insult our players. Even another example, people allow this conversation of saying, oh, Rodri versus Rice. There's no conversation. Rice hasn't won anything. He won a Conference Cup that was made by UEFA just to comfort losers. That's what he is, a loser. So let's continue here. So yesterday's match was great. My mom is here. She's a Arsenal fan, so she's not happy with what I'm saying. Anyway, let's move on. So, Carl, you were there yesterday at the Etihad. Do you have anybody you want to talk about?
Yeah, Patrick, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm saying, I can hear you. Do you have anybody you want to talk about since you were at the
Some,
Etihad? And tell us
some,
your experience, because every time you go there, you've gone there multiple times, but you seem to always be surprised and amazed. Is it the fact that Pep Guardiola's football always surprises you?
no, I just like. I mean, my takeaway from the game is the way these guys play. It's like art. It's like an artist painting a picture. The way they move the ball and caress the ball. It's just something to behold, Patrick. I want, if we can, everyone just go and watch it. It's, one thing I realized yesterday was, people say, oh, the stadium was quiet, the stadium was quiet. You have to understand that as I'm watching the game, I don't want any noise. I want to just absorb what's going on because it's so good. The way they are moving the ball, switching the point of attack. And that played Copenhagen, they did the same as well. It's so good, Patrick. You hear the ball tick tack, moving, pop, pop. You see the 1v1, you see the rotation, the switching of play, the switching the points of attack, all those technical things you see, the high line, you see Edison. It's just incredible. There's some players I want to call out from the game. Number one, Kovacic. My God, Patrick. Kovacic is a baller. Jesus, man. This guy was just phenomenal. His controlling of the game, it blew my mind. The way he was able to play three positions, played number 6, played number 10, played number 8. He's carrying the ball, he's dribbling, he's passing, just phenomenal. Then I want to talk about Vadio. Oh, Patrick, that boy played center back yesterday. Any kid who's looking to play center back, watch that boy. He made one or two mistakes, but he's so good on the ball. So comfortable on the ball in that center back position. And then
Yeah,
talking about
this is what I was telling people, that they need to relax with him. It's his first season, and and it's in the Pep team and it's in the Prem. He's 21 years old.
man,
There was
Patrick,
a point in time, I don't know if you saw it in the stadium, Carl, but we saw it on camera. Instead, there's a point in time where he took the ball at the back and he sort of faked as if he's passing, but brought it back past his man, like so composed.
so, guys, I mean, look, you have to watch this guy to see it. He is so composed on the ball. He's like a performance artist. It's like he's a kid in the candy store playing with the football and just controlling the ball, caressing the ball, just touching the ball. His touches are so good. And then I want to talk about Julian Alvarez playing left wing, Patrick. No, we've been calling for Julian to play left wing for a long time. It was so good. And the whole thing was just a masterpiece to watch. It really was. I really enjoyed it. I just love going to the stadium to watch these games. It gives me a sense of belief. I mean, one of the lessons I took from there, going back to the US for my son, is that for my son and his age group, they have to master the ball. What I mean, have complete mastery of the ball. That's what separates ordinary players from elite players. It's ball mastery, the ability to master the ball. The ball almost becomes an extension of yourself. That's what I saw yesterday. The way Roger would carry the ball with left foot, right foot, outside the foot, inside the foot, touch, pass, bam, moving the ball. You know, it was just phenomenal to watch. I really enjoyed it, Patrick.
It is. It's amazing. That's why I'm telling you. Like this. I know people are like, oh, sometimes it just happen. But I'm trying to educate certain people because I'm disappointed to see that all these records are broken and some City fans still cry and cry.
Because we're sport brats.
That's what I'm saying. And you know what? You can tell.
Brats.
You can tell that someone like. Do they know who Mark Hugh is? Do they know what football is being played? Do they know even Pellegrini? As much as Pellegrini got us to the semi-finals, we used to struggle. I remember going against Newcastle in the last game of the season when Adam caused us trouble before Liverpool bought him. We struggled a bit. Like we used to struggle, and the football was never pretty. Sometimes it was just hoofball. Sometimes it was hoofball the same. And there was players like David Silva who just made beautiful football because they're skilled. Yaya would take the game by the scruff of the neck. But some of this football, we're seeing the pressing, the movement, like we saw yesterday. The team was not our best team yesterday. I even made the joke that, Pep's kids won the match. Some of those kids, Carl, have been coached so well by Pep. They look so comfortable in the first team at the point where people don't realize that Rico Lewis is 19 years old. Hamilton is just 18 or 17. I don't know if he's turned 18 yet. They don't realize that Oscar Bob has just turned 18. These are kids. They don't realize that Foden is just 23 years old. They don't know Haaland is just 22 years old. Alvarez is just 21 or 22 years old. They don't realize that these are kids. These are just young people. But the thing is, they have been coached so well. They look so great. They look like the first team players. They look so comfortable. They look like they are close to being like a world-class team, a point where Copenhagen is playing their first team, and this is the first team that knocked out United's first team. Full of Varane, who's a UCL winner, full of Casemiro, who's a UCL winner, full of Bruno, who hasn't won anything, to be honest. So we want to put Bruno in that category. But anyway, I'm just trying to say these were first teamers from United. Yet yesterday, when I saw the team sheet, I saw a few first team members, but these kids are so comfortable the way they played football. Even the guy, the coach of Copenhagen, said these guys looked classes above us. But as I said, there's Rico Lewis in there. Even Gomez came in. Sergio Gomez came in. Sergio Gomez is not the same Sergio Gomez we saw months ago. He looked so comfortable. He was so confident. The way he was moving the ball, where he was going into midfield, like all this coaching, and yet it amazes me that people allow comparisons like to be compared with certain managers who, if we talk about England, the only manager who people have stolen his style is Pep Guardiola. Now teams want to play from the back. I can start pointing at teams in the league right now who want to play tiki-taka.
I mean, I've got to the point where, Patrick, it doesn't bother me anymore because it's just a waste of time. There's just no comparison, mate. When you watch this thing, just know that, this is different. This is like the Barcelona team of 2009, 2011, the way they play. I mean, Rodri is the best CDM in the world. There's no question. There's just no comparison.
Let me ask you about two individuals, though. Oscar Bob seemed a bit quiet yesterday, but obviously you've been at the stadium.
Yeah, he was playing to instruction, and he was flexing. He was playing to instruction.
What do you think Rico Lewis? somehow, Carl, I want to say this. We've always doubted him to play as a right back, right? Oh, body shape and everything. This is what amazes me, and you yourself. This is why I love football. And if I told you that very soon, I might even venture into you mentoring me as a coach. I just wanted to. I was even speaking to my son's team, and they were like, "Oh, we're looking for coach opportunities." I was like, "Yeah, let me speak to Carl." I remember I even told you that if you ever open your branches for coaching, I might venture into that with you because it's amazing. What amazes me, Carl, is these guys, right? Especially Rico Lewis. Last time we saw him was months ago, and a lot of people were saying, "Oh, we haven't seen Lewis for a long time." What I would think is he comes back into this team, he doesn't look incredible anymore. Yesterday, the maturity, Carl, and the fact that he drops into right back and he was defending, Carl. The only way to get the ball off him, it was pushing Rico Lewis. That's how they were doing. They were pushing him to the
Yeah,
floor. But
yeah,
overall, Carl, he was defending. You didn't pass by him. Nobody passed by him. I think the other guy tried to get off the ball, and Rico did it purposely because I think he wanted to slow down the pace of Copenhagen because they were getting comfortable, and he dropped
yeah,
to the floor and he started laughing. And the guy also woke up and pulled him up and started laughing. But there was 4 moments where it was 1v1, and I was watching his defending. Do you know what I was watching? Because I know as much as he's a tiny guy, Roberto Carlos was tiny, but Roberto Carlos got used to the physicality too. He said in an interview, people looked at me as a short guy and small body, and they used to try to take advantage, but I got used to the physicality. Yesterday, Carl, I saw this guy again. This was the first team of Copenhagen. They did not rest first teamers. He defended well. He did not let
yeah,
anybody go to the strong
yeah.
foot. Isn't that amazing? That's sort of saying this kid can actually play right back for City one day. I don't know if Carl is still with us. I think his network has cut off. Let me just go to the comments here. Is the Carter City supporter? Definitely. Someone tell Klopp to play the kids again on Sunday. He can never do that. I think that's just for FA Cup. Only with regular practice, playing barefoot with the ball. Amazing UCL winner soon. I
I'm
hope you
back,
win another
Patrick.
UCL. Yeah, go
I'm
ahead. Yeah.
back.
So I'm saying,
I,
do you see
I think,
Rico Lewis
I think,
becoming a right back, or do you see him down the middle?
I think the older he gets, the more mature he gets, the he'll become a right back. He can play multiple positions. I mean, what was interesting yesterday for me was all these guys were playing multiple positions, Patrick. They were playing multiple positions. I mean,
I saw Beb. I saw Bob as a number 10.
oh
Bob was a number
man.
10. I saw him as a number 10.
I mean, switching positions, rotation, off the ball, on the ball. There was one time I saw Julian on the left wing, and I saw him on the right wing, and I saw Oscar Bob in the middle. Alejandro drops to midfield, then Bob goes forward. They all understand how to switch in and out of position. Do you remember that session that we did together about the switch thing, the
Yeah,
drill
the
that we
switch.
did?
Yeah, the switch. Yeah, the video we
Yeah.
did. Yeah, yeah.
So while I was watching, I was like, wow, this is the same thing we're teaching the 8-year-old kids in the academy.
And have you noticed this? When this sometimes when he blends when he mixes the kids and the kids from the academy and the first team players, have you noticed that the switching is smooth because these kids have been taught this since they were 15
Yeah,
or 14?
exactly.
I've noticed that.
Exactly.
Okay, look, as much as De Bruyne is world class, these guys, but I've noticed when these academy kids come into this team, they actually know the switching better than the seniors. They
Exactly.
switch more better.
Yeah, the one thing I took away from the game yesterday and the whole experience, and I did some training yesterday as well on player performance, right? The one thing that I've learned is that as a young kid, 8, 9, 10 years old, 5 years old, you have to focus on your ball mastery. Ball mastery is the most important thing. What do I mean? Let the ball become an extension of yourself. Don't worry about tactics and positions, and don't worry about shooting. No, nobody gives a shit, right? Focus on your ball mastery. Because one thing was clear, all those guys yesterday, their ball mastery was elite.
It
If you
was.
want
And
to,
did you see
yeah,
right that kid who came on? Did you see the pass he
yeah.
executed?
If you want to be an elite player, you have to master the ball. It's the only way, Patrick. It's the only way. So when I'm going back right now, I've told my son this, right? He's 8. I've talked to you about him, right? I talk about you. If you want to be an elite player, you can't drink soda pop. You can't drink Coca-Cola. If you want to be an elite player, you have to eat food, eat good. You have to go to bed early. You have to do your work in school. If you want to be an elite player, you have to think like an elite player. 8 years old. Now I'm going to tell you, listen, you got to master the ball. The ball literally has to become your best friend. It has to become an extension of yourself. Because that's what these guys are doing. Foden, De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva. The ball is an extension of himself. It's ball mastery.
Are you not proud? Before I let you go, I don't know how much time you have because you're about to get on the plane at 12. Are you not obviously sad for Nunes? He was playing very well. Oh, let me speak on Nunes. Did you ever see it in your life? Obviously, he has the attributes and the body, and Pep has said it before that this guy is fast. He's got the technique and he's got the know-how to be a winger or a fullback. Did you
Yeah.
ever see that Nunes will come to City and he might actually look comfortable as a winger?
And that boy's quick. Oh, that boy's quick. Goodness
What
me, the
about the
boy's quick.
skill, the way he carries the ball?
Yeah, he's a ball carrier. He's quick on the ball. He has to work on his physicality a little bit on his first touch, but he's quick. He's quick. He's really, really quick. Yeah, it's incredible. I have to run right now, Patrick, because my
Yeah,
flight is
go ahead, go
closing.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead,
But
man. Thank you, man. I'll talk to you. I don't know if you tell me what time you get there, then we'll see
yeah,
if we can
yeah,
do the
yeah, yeah.
Liverpool preview. Yeah.
In about it's
So
9 hours, I'll be there. 9 hours.
okay, Kwan. Yeah. Thank you very
All
much,
right,
Carl, man.
all
Thank you
right.
very
Take care.
much. That's
All
yeah.
right,
Thank you, man. Enjoy your flight,
all
man.
right.
Enjoy your
Yeah.
flight. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so guys, that was Carl anyway, and he was at the stadium yesterday watching the match, and he was just telling me a few experiences he had with some of the amazing football that's playing. That's the same rant I had at the beginning of the video that as City fans, we have to start appreciating this team. Don't allow people to downplay what this team is doing. Fight. It doesn't matter. I know some people want to be humble. They don't want to be loud. No, it's our time to be loud. I'm telling you. When are you going to be loud? These things swap, by the way. Right now, we might look good. Pep Guardiola leaves. We might end up being like United. You never know. We might also start suffering like United. Everybody struggles. Everybody had their time when they were mighty. I remember when Arsenal were unbeaten. I remember when United had that treble. Everybody has had that time. I don't remember Liverpool's time because I was too young, but I just remember the UCL win in 2005 when Gerrard brought the team back. Those were amazing times for them. They keep them in history. Some people even get tattoos of moments like this. Obviously, I hope that we win this Champions League again. It would be good to have two of them, but I'm satisfied with one, and I'm happy that in my lifetime I have seen us win a Champions League. Something that I was doubting. I was like, Pep might leave this team, and we might not never ever win one, but at least we have one. But you have to appreciate the players and appreciate how some of these kids were playing yesterday. Even the kids that came for a few minutes, they looked incredible. This is what we call football dynasty and football legacy, and it's amazing. Guys, I have to go now. Big up to you, MCFC TV. Guys, go subscribe. Very good channel, very good city content. Big up to you, man. And big up to Pablo, AB, and everybody who's watching. There's a lot of you watching, guys. Like the video. And I know there's a lot of you watching from Twitter. There's a lot of you watching from Twitter. Share the link, retweet. If you're new, subscribe. Or do whatever you want to do. Anyway, I'll see you for the match against Liverpool. I might try find a few Liverpool fans to make it interesting, so we can also hear from them and how they're doing for the Sunday match. I can see that Salah has made a miracle recovery. He's going to play on Sunday. Shocker. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole first team is going to show up on Sunday. But who cares? I'm not scared of Liverpool or any team. We just have to continue playing how we're playing. Obviously, this season is not over yet. Points will be dropped, draws will happen, wins will happen. But anyway, guys, that was the stream and that was my reaction to the game yesterday, which is an amazing game. Yes, we did let Copenhagen play, but sometimes you can't always just play with intensity. Most of the players, I think, started thinking about Saturday. Big up to Kovacic. A lot of people were doubting Kovacic, but big up to him. He's actually becoming the backup to Rodri, playing that role where I hope he stays fit. And big up to Nunes. Hopefully, you also get well soon. You saw his finger was dislocated, so hopefully everything is fine. But it looked fine at the end. De Bruyne rested. John Stones, I don't know why he came on. I was surprised why he came on. Diaz came off. Rodri came off in time. Foden was on the bench. Bernardo Silva was on the bench resting for Sunday, and Bernardo Silva loves playing against Liverpool. It's an amazing time, guys. An amazing time. And Josko came on, Josko Vadio, and he looked incredible. The whole squad, I think, is fit except Jack, who I think is, according to Pep, says he might recover earlier than scheduled. I hope Jack doesn't get rushed like last time. I think we rushed him a bit. I hope he stays. But guys, appreciate these UCL wins. Don't let anyone tell you that Copenhagen is easy. Go back and see the results. Some teams were knocked out of the Champions League by Copenhagen, the red side of Manchester, and they're still crying. And I don't even think they're going to make the Champions League this season. We'll see. We'll see what happens on Sunday. As I said, I'll be on a few channels. I've got a few invites from Liverpool fans. I'll be on a few channels, but I'll also try to get a Liverpool fan here. I have a lot of Liverpool friends anyway. Even if it doesn't have to be a YouTuber, I'll just get a Liverpool fan to come on so we can talk about the match. And more obviously, I'll do the reaction. But guys, thank you. I appreciate it. Subscribe, like the video, share it with your cat, like my cat that came here. Share it with your dog, share it with your nanny. Just go on a random bus stop and start watching the video with some random person. Do whatever you do. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy your day. Bye.